Hey Andrei, is that console set up yet?
Not yet, Olivia. The game keeps crashing whenever I start it. I've looked at it over and over. Nothing seems to be wrong with it.
You can't really see it, but there's usually some dust that builds up in here. If you blow on it, it usually fixes the problem. While we often think about life in the context of things we can see with our eyes, there's actually a whole microscopic world interacting with and impacting us on a daily basis.
That's right. This world is populated by tiny life forms called microbes, which are the smallest and most abundant type of life on Earth. There are many types of microbes in all types of environments, including soil, water, permafrost, wild animals, and even humans.
One type of microbe, called bacteria, are microscopic, unicellular, living organisms that are an essential part of everyday life. Their cells are 1/100th the size of human cells, so while we can't see them with the naked eye, we can use different tools to look at them, like microscopes. Let's check them out in the game. While many animals and plants need two individuals to reproduce, bacteria do not. Instead, bacteria reproduce asexually with what's known as binary fission. This is when a mother cell splits into two identical daughter cells. Bacterial reproduction is one of the most interesting occurrences in nature. Some bacteria are able to reproduce every 4 minutes. Can you imagine if humans reproduce that quickly? That would mean that by the end of a 3-hour period, one human would turn into 35 trillion humans. That's almost 5,000 times greater than the entire human population on Earth.
Bacteria exist everywhere, in a wide variety of environments and conditions. They have been found even in the most extreme environments, like the hot springs of Yellowstone, in hydrothermal vents all the way at the bottom of the ocean, and even in glaciers in Antarctica. However, bacteria are also present all around us in our daily lives. For the most part, these bacteria are generally harmless to humans, and in some cases are actually helpful for us, like the bacteria in our gut. They break down big molecules into available nutrients, which helps us digest food. Our bodies actually have just as many bacterial cells as we have human cells.
Bacteria come in all different shapes, sizes, and have a wide variety of functions. Their characteristics are determined by the bacteria's deoxyribonucleic acid, or DNA. DNA is a molecule that contains a set of instructions that defines the development and functioning of an organism. This information is arranged into 4 types of major molecules that make up DNA, which are A for adenine, C for cytosine, G for guanine, and T for thymine. DNA segments that define the makeup of all organisms' traits are called genes. Genes are the fundamental unit of heredity, and in bacteria they can be located either in the chromosome or in independent replicate units called plasmids. As bacteria reproduce, spontaneous changes in the DNA letters occur, which are referred to as mutations. Sometimes those mutations are beneficial for bacteria, making them stronger and more robust, which makes them more likely to pass these new characteristics and functions to their offspring. Since bacteria reproduce so quickly, mutations often occur at a fast rate, allowing bacteria to quickly adapt to their surroundings.
While most bacteria do not present a health risk, some can be harmful to humans and cause infections that might require medical attention. We refer to harmful bacteria as pathogens. Humans can be exposed to pathogens in many ways throughout daily life, such as through food, water, and person-to-person contact. To combat these harmful pathogens, humans use antibiotics. Antibiotics are chemical compounds that suppress or prevent bacterial growth using a variety of mechanisms. But antibiotics are also essential to prevent and combat pathogens in other settings. We can use antibiotics to protect our crops from plant pathogens and even keep our livestock healthy. The first antibiotic was discovered in 1928 when Alexander Fleming was culturing a bacteria called Staphylococcus, which caused boils. One of those places started to grow mold we now call Penicillium notatum, which secreted a substance that discouraged bacteria from growing. We then were able to develop an antibiotic from this substance, which we call penicillin, and in 1941 were able to treat a bacterial infection in a human patient.
Since the discovery of penicillin, many other types of antibiotics have been developed and discovered. Nowadays, antibiotics are essential for public health and are used to treat a wide range of bacterial infections that range from mildly infected cuts and scratches to deadly tuberculosis. The development of antibiotics revolutionized medicine and made previously life-threatening infections treatable. However, because bacteria are always reproducing and adapting to their environments, these revolutionary medicines don't mean a game over for the bacterial world.